What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mayo Jones here, and we back with another NFL weekly prediction. And this time we'll be doing our NFL Conference Championship picks this week. Uh, last because we know it's getting close to the Super Bowl. Because so far last week we went 2-2 last week, which I kind of did really good last week on my picks. So yeah, so let's get things started here. But before I give you my NFL Conference Championship picks for the playoffs, don't forget to put thumbs up to the video, subscribe my channel, more option, and also you can comment down your opinion below to see who you got winning the who you got winning in AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game. So let's get things started here. So we got the New England Patriots against the Denver Broncos. The Patriots are 4-point favorites against the Broncos. Now, I know this is the first time both teams make it back to the AFC Championship game. So this is like the first time since 2015. And the Patriots, have made it. Last time we know the Patriots made an AFC Championship game was 2018, and the last time the Broncos made AFC Championship game was 2015, which that was 10 years ago. So yeah. So basically, this game right here can definitely go either way because the Broncos, they're at home in this game. But I want to call it my trap game because, the reason why I wanted to call it my trap game is because, because both teams right now, I want to call it my trap game of the week because both teams, because playing in Denver is kind of a tough environment to play at though. Because we know the Broncos are really good at home and it's a good underrated stadium there. But at the same time, the Broncos, we did hear news that, that the Broncos won't have their quarterback. They're going to be starting Jarrett Stidham now because now Bo Nix is going to be out for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes. Now the question is, can the Broncos win with Jarrett Stidham? We don't really know yet. Because here's the thing. Both of their defenses are very good. And both of their defenses are really good. And when I look at a standpoint, as I look at their defenses, Patriots do have a top 10 defense, so does the Broncos. Like their defense is top 5. And they both can stop. Both of their defense are good at stopping the run and the pass. And when I look at an offense for a standpoint, you can argue saying the Patriots do have better offense, and the Broncos' offense is kind of mid. Now we kind of really seen Denver do their thing against the Bills last week. I mean, we saw their defense was able. Like, here's the thing. Now the Broncos, without their quarterback, they don't really have, like I just don't really know if I really trust the offense. I don't really know if I really trust their offense a little bit because here's the thing. Now, when I look at the Patriots' offense, they're like top 4 in scoring offense. The Broncos are like 12th in scoring offense. So basically, when I look at it from a standpoint, if I look at the injuries, let's look at it. So Harold Landry's out with an injury. So that's their only player they're missing on defense. The Broncos are kind of healthier on defense, despite their offense not being healthy because they don't got J.K. Dobbins or Bo Nix. So basically, yeah. So I think the Patriots, what I feel like they can do, I feel like they can pick up that same game plan that they had against, against the Texans, I feel like they can pick up that same game plan against them. Now, what they can probably do is they can just play some man covers the way they want to. I mean, the Broncos receivers aren't good outside of Cortland Sutton, and also just stop the run. You forced Jason off his first read, you had a chance. But in my opinion, I think the Patriots are going to score because we've seen the Broncos defense give up 30 points to the Bills and they almost lost that game. and somehow they still found a way to win the game despite them giving 30 points. And I think the Patriots can do that too because they have a good scoring offense as well. And the Broncos defensively like to play a lot of man. That's what they pretty much like to do. And the Patrons, they like to play a lot of man as well. But I just have a feeling when you look at it from a standpoint, I just feel like the Patrons offense is probably going to be the difference maker in this game. And I think, without Bo Nix, I don't see how the Broncos are going to be able to move the ball successfully and keep up. So I think the Patriots defense, they're going to load the box, stop the run, and all that. And they can just play a lot of man coverage as well. Because, it's not good outside of Cortland. Because, like I said, the Broncos receiving core is now good outside of Cortland Sutton and Evan Ingram. Like, those are the only weapons they have. So I think the Patriots defense so far can make a big statement here. So basically, though, I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't know how close it's going to be. But I don't really know because the Broncos offense is not good, and the Patriots defense is kind of a joke. I think the Patriots offense is better than the Broncos. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots to win this game, and I'm going to take them to cover as well because I really think the Patriots so far got the better quarterback. They're more stable at the quarterback position, and they got better offense. And I just really think that the Broncos, their defense is okay, but I don't really think they're going to be able to I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the Patriots, though. But sure, can the Broncos win if their defense dominates? Sure, but in my opinion, I just don't really see how the Broncos offense be able to keep up with the Patriots. Because I feel like the Patriots are going to score in the 20s, maybe in the 30s like the Bills did. And I don't really think they're going to be able to do much offensively without Bo Nix. So, by the way, I'm going to take the Patriots both ways. I'm going to take them to win and cover. Then last game, the final game we have the Los Angeles Rams against New England against the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites against the Rams. Obviously, this game right here can definitely go either way. Now, because playing Seattle is a tough environment, and I also seen teams go in Seattle and beat them. So far, Seattle is coming off a big win against the Niners, while the Rams are coming off a close win against the Bears. Obviously, I think this game right here can come down to the wire to see which offense I trust more and which defense will I trust more. Now, Seattle so far has a top 5 defense in the football. They're good against the pass and they're good against the run. And the Rams so far are good on defense, but they're kind of mid. But they're good offensively and has like the number 1 scoring offense in football. So it does come down to where I see who I trust more. Do I trust the Rams offense or do I trust Seahawks defense? Now, it's a mismatch though because we already know playing Seattle is tough. And so far, Seattle does have a good offense, much as the Rams do. They got some weapons like Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp. And, their running game is strong. And they have a good O-line. And their defense is one of the best in football. They can stop the run, stop the pass. They don't allow you to run them over. They don't give a lot of explosive plays. We know the Rams defense does that too. They like to play a lot of zone, but not man. So, yeah. So, basically, as I look at it from a standpoint, when I look at Seattle's defense, the question is, can the Seahawks defense dominate? Again, Seahawks defense dominates. We'll see what happens because last time when these two teams played, they split the season series. The Rams won one matchup and Seattle won the other matchup. And, I just really think that, when I look at it from a standpoint, I just really think that when I look at the Rams, the Rams pretty much do have better offensive weapons. Like they pretty much do have a better O-line. And their pass rush is really good, and so is Seattle's. So I could probably see this game being a low-scoring game, similar to like the Bears game, where we've seen the Bears defense play really good out there until like overtime. But at the same time, when I look at it from a standpoint, like I would not be surprised if this was a shootout because last time when these two teams played over a month ago, the Seahawks did win in Seattle where they were down, they were trailing, and they ended up coming back and winning that game. So, yeah, so basically, this game right here is going to be fun to watch because, but I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Seattle is the better team, in my opinion. But when I look at it from a standpoint, I just feel like the Rams, have a lot of firepower offensively. And, the Rams are going to score. And I just really feel like, when I look at Seattle, I feel like Seattle so far, I feel like they're going to do their thing as well. Because, the Seahawks so far do have a really good defense that can really force some turnovers. They can force some stacks. They can cause mistake and negative yards. And Mike McDonald's one of the best defensive coaches in football. And he's doing a really good job with his defense so far. And Chris Shula is a really good defensive coordinator, and he does a really good job with his defense too. But at the same time, I don't really know if I really trust this game to be a high-scoring game because, I don't know if I trust it to be a high-scoring game because the Rams so far, because, the Rams defense at times is very soft and they'll give up so many points similar to Seattle. Like, Seattle's defense do not really give a lot of points because last time the two teams played, I mean, they gave up 30 plus to the Rams. And then one time they gave 30 plus to the Buccaneers when they play. So I don't know if I really trust the Rams going to Seattle win this game, which they should have at least swept them. But that really wasn't the case, though. So basically, I think this game right here, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be either way. I wouldn't be shocked if this was a low-scoring game. But I'm going to take the Rams to win this game straight up because I just really think the Rams are kind of a better version of Seattle, and they pretty much have the better quarterback. And I just really think that, the Rams can do a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, but the only way Seattle wins this game is that if their defense dominates and if their offense can find a way to control the game, keep Stafford off the field and all that. But I think the Rams can do a good job beating their defense, which I think they can do. Which I think they can find a way to at least beat Seattle's defense like they did before. But if the Rams can beat their defense, I feel like they have a chance here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Rams to win straight up. I feel like it's gonna be a lower scoring game, maybe like a 21-20, something like that, or 27-20, or maybe like a 27-21, more like a lower scoring game. So I'll take the Rams to win straight up. Well, those are all my NFL Conference Championship picks for this week. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Just let me know what you guys think. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones, big fan. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and you can see my playlist of all my NFL weekly predictions through my playlist. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys again for watching. See you guys later. Peace.